Welcome to Fandom Frenzy. Okay, so we've just stepped out of Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
The latest one. And maybe, just maybe, the last one for Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt.
That's the rumor, isn't it? This was meant to be part 2 of Dead Reckoning. Now it's, well, its own thing.
Right. And we're here to unpack it all, everything we just saw.
Yeah, and let's just say reactions are definitely mixed, at least for me. For us, maybe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So quick setup, no spoilers. Final Reckoning pits Ethan and the team against the entity again. Big, bad AI.
Global threat.
You know the drill.
Stakes are high, clock's ticking, prevent disaster. Classic Mission Impossible formula.
Well, now we've seen it. Let's get into it. What worked? What really, really didn't?
Yeah.
What was your first gut reaction walking out?
Honestly, it was okay, fine. It had those big moments, definitely. The spectacle was there.
Right.
But overall, didn't quite reach the heights of, say, Fallout or Rogue Nation for me. Middle of the pack, maybe, leaning. Maybe lower half. You?
I think I'm leaning lower, too. Maybe even harsher. It felt weaker. Definitely one of the weaker ones for me.
Okay.
Like, you get those flashes, the big stunts that make you go, whoa, but the story just felt heavy, dragged down. I walked out feeling a bit, I don't know, deflated.
Deflated is a good word. Or bogged down, maybe. Which, speaking of, let's talk action. Because that's the brand, right?
Absolutely.
The biplane stunt, okay, wow. Truck chase in the caves, intense. The whole submarine sequence underwater, visually, yeah. Impressive stuff.
Can't argue with that. Cruise is still delivering insane moments.
Yeah.
That's what you pay to see on the big screen. Pure spectacle.
Totally. But
Yeah.
did any of it feel a little bit familiar?
Yes. Thank you. The plane sequence especially. It was cool, but very reminiscent of Fallout, wasn't it?
It really was. Felt like a variation on a theme rather than something brand new. And the sub stuff looked amazing, visually very cool.
Yeah.
But the tension, I didn't feel it as much as, say, the underwater scene in Rogue Nation. It felt a bit sterile. Is that the right word? Sterile? Yeah. Or just protracted. Like, it went on a bit long without really adding much novel tension. Okay, so the action. Visually impressive, but maybe lacking some novelty.
Let's move to the plot. Because,
Oh, is right. This is where I think things really started to wobble for me.
me too.
Yeah.
It felt bloated, just massive, messy, overly complicated maybe. Did it even make sense all the time?
Right. And the length, almost 3 hours. And so much of it felt like explaining things.
So much explaining. Constant recaps of Dead Reckoning, recaps of earlier films. It felt like it didn't trust the audience at all.
Yeah, like, okay, remember the 2 keys, remember the sub, remember the entity.
Yeah.
Yes, we remember. It slowed everything way down.
That first hour especially was such a slog, just exposition dump after exposition dump.
It almost felt like they had these big action set pieces planned, and then they tried to string a plot between them, you know?
Totally. And the entity itself,
Yeah.
this big AI threat, did that feel truly Mission Impossible to you, or more like, I don't know, Terminator?
Huh. Yeah, a bit. It's a relevant threat, sure. AI is scary. But it didn't quite mesh with the usual espionage, real-world stakes for me.
And how many times did they say the word entity?
Oh my god, yeah. Became almost funny.
And the actual threat? Cyberspace destruction? I mean, yeah, it's bad, but did it feel that different from, like, nuclear war or releasing a plague? The stakes felt a bit abstract.
And the keys and the sub, we get it. Get the keys, get to the sub. It felt like the movie kept hitting us over the head with it.
Okay, what about the human villain? Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel. Weak. Really weak.
Yeah, one-dimensional, like a mustache-twirling cartoon villain almost.
Absolutely. What was his actual motivation beyond just being bad? And that whole backstory with Ethan that they kept teasing?
Never paid off, just
Huh?
hinted at. And his escapes. He just kept popping up and running away. It got kind of ridiculous.
Totally cartoonish. And then the final fight felt unearned because he was gone for huge chunks of the movie.
Right, and that line, catch me if you can, come on. That's Saturday morning stuff.
Exactly. Okay, characters. Ethan. Still Tom Cruise doing his thing. Dedication is off the charts. But did he feel a bit too much like a superhero this time?
Yeah, a little bit. Like less vulnerable, maybe, less grounded. The tension drops when he feels kind of invincible.
I get that. And the team, Benji, Luther, Grace, they felt a bit sidelined, didn't they? More like narrators explaining the plot.
Yeah, just moving pieces around. Luther's whole illness thing felt telegraphed. And him surviving the sub felt a bit like a cheat.
It did feel convenient. And Grace, her joining the team, felt a bit sudden, forced maybe.
And it made Ethan seem like he moved on from Ilsa really fast.
Which brings us to Ilsa.
Oh, man. Ilsa, her death in the last movie just felt ignored here, didn't it?
Completely. No mention, no flashback, no secret twist where she's actually alive. Nothing. For such a major character, it felt really disrespectful to her and the fans.
It really did. Such a letdown. And Paris, good performance, but her character felt really underdeveloped. Why was she doing what she was doing?
No idea. And all those new government people, Nick Offerman, Holt McCallany, felt like they just added more faces without adding much substance.
Totally superfluous. And where was Vanessa Kirby? Just gone.
Apparently. Okay, let's talk plot holes, because
Wow. Where do we even start?
how did Brandt escape the burning house? How did anyone catch up on the ice? Why does the entity need saving from nukes if it's on the internet that nukes would destroy anyway?
Right, and the poison pill. What was the point? Why didn't the entity just back itself up somewhere else? If it rewrote its own code, why is the original source code still the key?
And how could anyone even control a rewritten AI with old code? Why would the AI hide in a bunker if a nuclear war kills the internet? How did Gabriel know everything? Luther's location? The pill.
Yeah, Gabriel's omniscience was a big one. Just convenient clotting, and the world just instantly rebooting after the entity supposedly took over for a bit felt so sloppy.
So sloppy. And the ending, keeping the entity on a USB stick.
Yeah, why not
Yeah.
just destroy the damn thing? Seemed like the obvious move.
Made no sense. And the final scene in Trafalgar Square. So cliche. And technically, there's no tube station right there. Minor quibble. But it adds to the feeling of not quite thought through.
It was just one head scratcher after another,
Yeah.
and the retcons. This whole choice theme felt like it came out of nowhere.
And Briggs being Jim Phelps' son?
Mm,
What? Why? Just felt like a desperate attempt to tie everything back to the first movie for no real reason.
Yeah, trying way too hard with the connections, unnecessary fan service that didn't land, and the tone was just grim.
So serious. Way more somber than usual. Less fun, less humor. It felt like, The Dark Knight Rises compared to The Dark Knight. All heavy, less spark.
Good comparison, and that ending, just flat.
Such a weak ending.
Yeah.
Especially this is the last one for Cruise. No emotional impact. Just the team looking at each other in a crowd. Ethan walking off alone.
Yeah. Really, man. And the music, usually Lorne Bell delivers, but this score felt pretty forgettable. Kind of generic.
Weakest score in a long time, yeah. And the editing was all over the place, too. Constant flashbacks, those heavy-handed recaps. It just killed the momentum.
That opening 20 minutes was a total mess structurally. Just jumping around. The whole film's pacing felt off.
Okay. Deep breaths. The big question, then, for you listening. Steam it or skip it, honestly. For me. Despite the stunts, and they are spectacular on a big screen,
They really are.
the plot is just too weak, the pacing's off, characters feel underdeveloped, the ending's a dud. I'm actually leaning towards skip it. Maybe. Or wait for streaming if you're a completionist. But don't rush out. What about you? Final call.
I really wanted to love it, but I have to agree with you. The spectacle's there, visually it delivers moments, but the core, the story, the characters, it's just not strong enough. It felt like a misstep for the franchise, so yeah. I'd say steam it if you absolutely feel you need to see those stunts, but lower your expectations for the story significantly.
Fair enough. So that's our deep dive into Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Visually impressive in parts, some incredible action, absolutely, but really hampered by a messy plot, weird pacing, and just a generally unsatisfying feeling by the end.
A real mixed bag, leaning towards disappointment, sadly.
Yeah. So the final thought for you. If this is the end for Ethan Hunt, what makes a truly satisfying conclusion to a franchise like this? And did Final Reckoning deliver that for you? Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your takes.
Thanks for tuning in to Fandom Frenzy. Until next time, keep
Welcome
that
to
fandom
Fandom
fire.